for being here. I am your host today, JD. Couple of little housekeeping things real quick. First off, as you can see up on my screen, we want to congratulate Susan Kerwin from our Gasparilla, Florida office for being the March Superstar of the Month. Congratulations, Susan. You can see Becky and Deanna and Steve congratulating her and having a nice picture. So, congrats. Thank you so much for everything you do. Let me see if you're on the call today. I don't see your name right now, but you might be pouring in. So today's going to be a pretty disjointed one. We got two or three little things we're going to talk about. I've got a couple quick little Facebook updates, just really short things, and then Carrie is going to take over and talk about some of this super fun G Suite password stuff. So let's start off real quick. The first thing I want to talk about is something we actually talked about a couple of weeks ago. Geez, probably 3 weeks ago now. Last time I did BlueSync. Some people were raising a question with trying to comment and like things, and even sometimes share things from their personal timeline to their business page. Meaning, if they were going to go down here to like, comment, or share and try to switch to the business page, I'm going to use the Charlevoix one as an example maybe. You'll see how that share disappears there. And I can comment on it, but I can't share it. So I have been in contact with Facebook through a chat, and then we opened up a higher ticket with their support team, and what they have told me is that they are aware of this issue now, and it is more widespread than just our pages. So they said that they are trying to fix it, but she could not give me a timeline, of course. But I did double clarify. So just to make sure, though, this is not something that you're taking away. This is an issue that you are working on fixing. And she goes, yes, this is not the way it's intended to be. So they will be in the hopefully nearish future fixing that issue, and yeah, we'll be able to do that. For now, though, if there's something that you want to share to your business page from your personal timeline that you see, you can always just click the timestamp, and this is a sponsored ad, so I don't actually want to use that one. But I could always, let me find just a business page post. That's another ad. You know, sometimes Facebook's got a lot of ads. So I could click on the timestamp where it says 20 minutes right here, and I could then from this link copy and paste this to my business page and share it like normal. So I could copy this, stupid dog spotting group, and then when I do this, I will be able to, come on, paste, just like that. And you can see it has the like your page, it got the title, and you just write whatever you want above there. So they are working on it, they are trying to fix it, but they don't have a timeline for us yet. But the other thing I wanted to share that could be helpful on top of this is I just want to make everybody aware, and I'm sure I've done this before, probably a good year or so now. Facebook Business, their resource tab, this is not just for like regular Facebook personal page support, which there's a great community for that, just like there's a great Zap community. There's also a great Facebook business community here where they've got questions with creating ads, ad management, just the page itself, reporting and insights. Now, obviously, you guys can always go to me for this stuff, and this is where I will kind of escalate. I will kind of, sometimes this support team thing is here for people, sometimes it's not. I will go here to start our, to whenever I have to escalate anything. But you can see there's a lot of top questions here in terms of ad accounts, which again, you don't need to worry too much about, but stuff regarding the business page itself. Always if you have any questions, or your agents do, they can always come to me, and they can always check this page out as well. So it's just facebook.com/business/support. And you can go here and look at or just facebook.com/business, and you can see all of the tabs up there. So I know that really isn't a lot from me personally, but I wanted to leave enough time for Carrie and the password stuff because I know people have a lot of questions about that. So if there are no, hang on tight for the sharing thing. They are going to fix it. I'm keeping my eye out to see if they ever, to see if I can catch when they do it. But also keep in mind that you always have the support tab that you can go to if you have any questions or just want to see what they have. They have a great news tab. This is something that I subscribe to get all of their latest business page updates, the kind of rollouts of what they're doing, changes they're making, and it's been very, very helpful. So I'm handing it over to Carrie now, and right before I do that, I want to put one link in here in this chat box because our Gaylord office in Michigan is nominated for their local Best of the Best, and I put a little link in there in the chat, and if you guys have time today, go ahead and click on that link, scroll down to real estate, and vote for our Coldwell Banker Schmidt Realtors office in Gaylord. It's only one vote. It's not a daily thing. And the manager Mike told me that he even tried to do multiple email addresses from the same computer, and they blocked him. So it really is a one vote only sort of thing. But go ahead and do that and help them out a little bit. Oh yeah, and Jennifer, just going back to what you said, because you said you don't have a problem sharing it. It's weird because I would say roughly 2/3 of the pages don't have that issue at all. But the other third does. I thought at first it was just one. Sue pointed it out to me. Turns out there are a few pages that are having that issue. So some people, just to recap, and then I'm handing it over to Carrie. Some people, if they see something on their personal page that they go, oh, I want to share that to the business page. They go down here, and normally what you should be able to do is click your little personal icon, switch to whatever office you want to share it to, like Holland, for example, and you can see nothing shows up right here. Like, comment, share, nothing. If I go down to this page, a test page, I have all the options right there. I can like, I can comment, and share as my business page. But if I go down to, again, pick a different one, the Charlevoix one, nothing appears. They all disappear again. So Jennifer, not every page is having it, and honestly, if you're not, count yourself lucky. But for some pages, it's not appearing as an option. And that's another way to do it. Actually, let's see if that works for some pages too. And it's for the problem was arise, Jennifer, from liking and commenting, not just sharing. But if you go to your personal page, keep in mind you can click share, click on share to a page, and pick a page this way. So you can click right up here and find your page this way. So that takes care of the sharing thing, but not the like and comment part. Okay, Carrie, are you on the audio, or do I have to find you in the attendees, as they say?
Good morning, JD. Good morning, everyone. I am here.
Carrie, it's 9:38. You got to start.
Okay, well, you kept throwing it over to me about 5 times, so thank you for finally throwing it over to me. Appreciate that.
Starting now.
Anyway, congratulations, Susan. I hope you're on the call, but you are definitely a superstar, and you definitely deserve Superstar of the Month, so congratulations to you. And thanks for the shout out for Gaylord, JD. And again, if any office has that going on in your local neighborhood, please reach out to JD, myself, Tracy. We are more than happy to share that with our family and put the power of the Schmidt behind that. So make sure you reach out to us, and we will all do our voting power and hopefully get you voted best of the best. So I just wanted to let everybody know that in about 22 minutes, the new passwords will be sent out for anybody using Online Office or Rackspace. The email will come from my email address, carrie@schmidthq.com, and or carrie@schmidtfamilyofcompanies.com. There's a little bit of a question of which one it's going to come through. So it will come from me. You can let your agents know that they need to save that password. That password will be needed tomorrow, Friday, at 10 a.m. When the password resets go through. Just for your information, the reason why we do have to reset passwords is because we're migrating those email boxes over. We don't want your agents to lose any of their historical emails. So they need that password so that Google can go in the back end and get those emails over and migrate those. Keep in mind, they're only going to pull over 6 months when we do migration, which for early adopters is April 1st, and for the rest of the company is April 29th. So 6 months will come over right away, and within the first week or two, all the other emails will come across. But that password that is going out in 21 minutes does need to be saved, and it cannot be changed. If your agents go into Online Office or to their Rackspace and change that password, they will not be able to get their emails migrated over. We will have to go back through, make sure that that password stays the way that it is on the back end for the company to migrate those. So I did want to just come on and thank you, JD, for sharing BlueSync with me today. So I did want to talk about that. If there's any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat box. If it's more of a complicated question, go ahead and raise your hand and I can unmute you. But please be aware that any agent that has received the last 2 emails notating that we will be getting new passwords will be getting a password today. It'll go out again tomorrow at 8 a.m. because at 10 o'clock, when they try to log into their email or Online Office, it's going to prompt them that their password is incorrect unless they use the new one. So go ahead and type questions if you have them. JD has been great answering your email questions. I've been getting a few. If you have any more questions, now would be a good time, or of course, you can always reach out to us after the fact. I am currently sitting in Ohio, super excited for the Monopoly Awards party tonight. JD will be hitting the road shortly, but please feel free to reach out to us. We will be able to get back to you with questions. We have key people that also has the password list. So if your agent doesn't get the email or loses it, you can reach out to JD, myself, Judy in Michigan, Deborah Lori in Florida. And after the event today, I'll be giving that list to Vanessa and Eric as well. I didn't want to burden them with that until after the event. So there'll be key people around the company that will be able to help you with those passwords if for some reason the email doesn't go through to your agent. One last point is if you are on an external forward, and that means in online office, and this is for Michigan, Ohio, Florida West Coast, this is not for Paradise. But if you are going to online office, you go to your user account, and under the email, it says forward there, that's considered an external forward. Those agents with those external forwards will not have their passwords reset. Basically, they don't really have webmail. There's nothing to migrate. They're on a complete external forward. If your agents are in webmail and they go to their settings and they forward from their settings in webmail, they will have a password reset. The system considers them having webmail. They have an inbox, even though it's on a forward, they will have a password update because those mailboxes will be migrated. So I know that's a little convoluted and a little confusing. So if you have any questions, let me know. And I did get some questions in, so I'm gonna go ahead and go through those. If you're set on the whole password thing and you're good to go, you can jump off the call. But if you wanna hear the questions and answers, feel free to stay on. So Kathleen asked if agents who have Rackspace forwarded to personal email have to reset their passwords also. So yes, Kathleen, if they have Rackspace webmail, even though they're on a forward, they will have a password reset because the system considers them having a inbox and they need to migrate anything that may be in there. Because even though they're on a forward, they may have, one, not always been on a forward, or two, had it on a forward but kept a copy of the email in the inbox. So there will be information to migrate. Samantha asked, as an admin, could she update an online office for the agents that only forward their CB Great Lakes emails? There's nothing to update an online office, Samantha. If they're forwarding from webmail, they will have a password reset sent to them. That password will need to be the same. So if they're going to try to get into online office, they'll need that new password that is going to be sent to them today. So there's nothing as an admin even to update. You just will simply let them know that their password's changed. And to access online office, they will need to use the new password. Keep in mind these passwords are only going to be through April 29th. Once the migration occurs and we switch over completely to G Suite, they won't need to worry about these passwords. So I know it's a little inconvenience for a month or two, but we'll get there. CJ asked if there will be a detailed step-by-step on how to change your password sent with the password email, or should we create our own? Good question, CJ. I sent out 2 days ago all the how to add email to iMail, Android, and Apple phones. So that's how they can change those passwords in those devices. Obviously, if you're logging into webmail, you simply just type in the new password. But on any mobile devices, tablets, if you're running a mail app like Outlook or iMail, you will have to update your password in those systems. So I did send those out. If you don't have them, reach out to me. They can also go to the Rackspace help, which is, let me get that for you. JD, will you go ahead and type in emailhelp.rackspace.com?
I guess so. I was trying to find a picture of the dog to have up on screen.
I noticed you were distracting me there, but that's all right.
This is what
so if you go to emailhelp.rackspace.com and log in using your online office login, that will show you how to go ahead and add an account. Obviously, they don't need to add a new account. They're just changing the password, but it'll take them through the steps on how to get to the screen where they need to update their password. So I did send out PDFs of those, but they can also go there and put in exactly which device they have, and then it'll walk them through updating that password. So good question there. Daniela has 2 agents that like the new Coldwell Banker platform and don't want to use the new G Suite, so they're asking if they have to do the migration. they're already forwarding CB Great Lakes, Daniela. So if they're on a webmail forward, they will have a new password, but all they'll have to do is use the new password. They won't have to worry about anything else. They can stay on the forward. Their emails will forward from CB Great Lakes over to Coldwell Banker. They won't have to worry about anything. But if they're forwarding in webmail and not an external forward from Online Office, they will have a new password that they'll have to use to access Online Office. They won't have to worry about anything else. That forward will go back on once migration is complete. Kathleen asked what happens if they do not reset passwords. Will they still have their cbparadise.com email address? Kathleen, the password's being changed no matter what. It's changing for them. Our company called Highview is changing passwords. So the agent just needs that new password so that they can still access their email. They won't lose their email address. They're still going to have first name, last name at cbparadise.com. They simply will have a new password in order to access that email. Once the migration occurs, they'll no longer go to Rackspace to get email. They'll go to mail.google.com, and that's how they'll be able to log into their email. Again, if they're on a forward to a different email, that won't go away. They'll continue to be forwarded. Kim, you may not have gotten that email. I'll make sure I forward that to you. I don't know that you are on my email list that I sent it to, but I will get that to you, Kim, for Robert. Samantha asked if there's a way an admin can get all of our agents' passwords. Samantha, I tried real hard. I have a master list of 900 people, and they did not put offices on it. So I can't really sort it by office to send you just yours. But if you have a specific agent you need to get the information for, feel free to reach out to myself, JD, Judy. We'll be able to get you that information. But unfortunately, even though I had asked multiple times, and JD can attest to that, I did not get my list so that I can sort by office. Ray asked, are their contacts going to be migrated over to GC as well? Great question, Ray. And there's going to be training on this. Emails will automatically migrate. Contacts and calendars can be migrated, but they have to be done manually. So we're going to have a training on that. We're going to train you guys as ASCs and admins so that you can assist your agents. The information will be able to go across. It just has to be done manually, not automatically. So we'll make sure that we get everybody trained up. Pretty simple process of export import. So once we're ready for that, we will go ahead and do that. Keep in mind, Rackspace isn't just going to go away overnight. We will migrate on April 29th. Best case scenario anyway. April 29th, we will have some leeway so that we'll still be able to get old information across to the new platform. So good question there. I have one more from Patty. Hey, Patty, hope you're all is well in the UP. He asked if the agents are an external email forward, but they use Online Office to access the storage for documents, will they get a new password? No. If they're an external forward from their user account in Online Office, they will not get a new password. If they're on a forward from their webmail, they will get a new password. And that password will be used in Online Office and for mail until we migrate to the new system. Once that happens, they can then go into Online Office and update their password to whatever they want it to be. But until we migrate fully and they're on the Google platform, they will need to leave that password the same. But if they are on that external forward, and you will be able to tell, JD, I'm going to take over sharing real quick.
Yeah, and I'm going to stop my recording right now, actually.
Actually, I think you need to make me presenter.
Okay.
If you don't mind.
Where are you listed at the top? Oh, there's two staff. Duh. Okay, 1 second. Make presenter. Okay.
Great, thank you.
It's all you.
So again, this doesn't count for Paradise because you guys